Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Joe Tyrrell and welcome back to GP Blog. Lewis Hamilton has been in the news a lot lately, struggling on the track, linked with a bid to buy Chelsea Football Club, and he's been warned by the FIA about wearing jewellery whilst in the cockpit of his Mercedes. Now this sort of thing seems trivial, but it does take me back to my school days when people were told to cover up their earrings in case they got caught on a fence or ripped out playing rugby. Now these stories that teachers told may have been fictional, but Lewis Hamilton is competing in the most dangerous sport in the world, so maybe the FIA do actually have a point. However, we are getting away from the purpose of this video. Today we're going to explore the weirdest Formula 1 rules you may or may not have even heard about. The world's most complicated sport just got a whole lot more complicated. This subject has been brewing on my mind for a while now. I needed a reason to make a video on it, so thank you Lewis, because your jewellery has given us the opportunity. There are some really weird rules in Formula 1 that just make you ask why. Let's jump in our time machine for a moment. Formula 1, well known for its four-wheel cars which are very fast. Well, they've not always had four wheels. Around this time last year I made a video on the most controversial F1 cars ever. Then the highlight was Ken Tyrrell's P34 six-wheel car. Tyrrell P34 was the brainchild of Tyrrell's chief designer, Derek Gardner. For those of you who don't know already, the P34 actually had 6 wheels, which is weird enough for normal road vehicles, let alone a Formula 1 race car. Remarkably, Jody Scheckter and Patrick Depailler drove the car to 3rd in the standings in 1976, with the former even picking up a win at the Swedish Grand Prix. Now I do have a soft spot for it, because my name is also Tyrrell, absolutely, but I think it's brilliant and completely innovative. However, Formula 1 rules now state you must have a maximum of 4 wheels, meaning we'll never see anything like it again. This does open the question, can you have less than 4 wheels? Another rule which isn't around anymore, double points. We only ever saw this once, and that was back in 2014. The final race in Abu Dhabi was worth double points, which meant Nico Rosberg still had a chance of winning the title and overhauling Lewis Hamilton. However, he retired from the race and Hamilton was victorious, meaning Hamilton's title seemed even more emphatic than it actually was. It was the first and last time double points was ever used. So F1's rejig of the rules has gone pretty well so far. We're seeing plenty of competition across the board, and it is certainly bunched up the midfield, even if they haven't quite bridged a gap to the front. However, one change that didn't go to plan was Elimination Qualifying in 2016. Every 90 seconds, the lowest ranked driver was booted out. A simple idea that would work, right? Nope. Teams would set one quick lap at the start and then leave the track to preserve tyres, making for a very uneventful and boring qualifying session. Right, before I get into the weirdest rules that I found out about, if you've heard of any of the regulations I've already mentioned, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe. Let's keep going. The following rules I actually learnt from an article from WTF1, so I've linked it below for you to check out. Post-race traditions. Something that should be really simple, right? You can't get this wrong. You win a race, you stand on the podium, you spray champagne, and you sing the national anthem. It's easy, right? Wrong. At each race, there must be a master of ceremonies, who from my understanding is the person who does the post-race interviews, and he is responsible for all of the following rules. The cool-down room, which isn't mandatory, must be suitably ventilated or have air conditioning if the temperature is above 25 degrees Celsius. I mean, F1 racing is hard work, so a cool environment is the least they can do. Water, with no branding, must be provided. 3 bottles must be at Parc Fermé, with 3 additional bottles in the cool-down room. No other drinks are allowed in these areas. Speaking of drinks, champagne must be available on each of the driver's podium position. Even the anthems have regulations. National anthems need to be played via a suitable sound system, so I don't think I'll be bringing my Amazon Alexa to the British Grand Prix anytime soon. Well, those are some of the wacky F1 rules I found, but there are defo way more. So if you want to see another video on weird F1 rules, hit the like button, subscribe if you're new around here, and keep an eye out for the next episode of The Runoff coming next week. However, that's all from me. I'll see you after the Spanish Grand Prix.